Hello and good morning, welcome back on iKeysRacing. How are you? I hope to find you very well. Now, Indycar Racing 2, episode number 5, we come to the half of the season more or less. 5 races completed after this episode out of 11. Last episode, number 4, we won finally the first race ever for iKeysRacing driving Indycar Racing 2. That was quite an accomplishment, at least for myself, because I've resisted to avoid too many crashes and too many troubles, and I hope to repeat today on this venue that will see us at 21 points in position number 8. I do not have, let me say, hopes of winning the championship. I would like to try to arrive, let me be presumptuous. From now onwards, apart from not predictable crashes or car issues, I don't want to arrive outside the P7 at each race. It is a personal target. After winning now, in theory, I should have learned what is required by this game. A lot of patience, a lot of commitment, a lot of concentration. Maybe it will become the most boring theme, maybe, but I think it does deserve a complete focus to squeeze out from the game the maximum about performance and results. But we are not bad placed. These 21 points could be, I would say, almost enough to beat our Eliseo Salazar teammate with the same chassis, Riley and Scott, that won for the first time here in the last race with us, but still won also in real life, but not so early like happened here. So there are some good positive points that I take from the last episode and from the learning steep curve had so far. Let's hope to do something special. Anyway, we'll start from here. The venue will be the New Hampshire International Speedway, in the game named Loudon, and I don't know why I've not studied, but this theme is more about pure racing in a classification as a single driver, single car for all the season, differently from other themes like Around the World in 24 Hours, the All Japan Sport prototype just published, Sports Car 100 Minutes, that are almost, let me say, more documentary oriented to tell things. This one maybe is the most, allow me to say, racing and sportive one, pure sporting one. Anyway, let's go on track. For the qualification session, sorry, I move myself much better, and qualification with 8 drivers around 177 miles per hour. That is more or less my best performance, not very often while driving for free practice. Then how many from P9 to P18, 176 miles per hour, a tiny difference. And our teammate Eliseo Salazar with the Riley and Scott is currently in P18. Good. Car setup. I'm loading iKeysRacing. That is a medium, starting from tires, medium compound outside just for qualification. For the race we will use hard, soft internally. Stagger, differently from Texas Motor Speedway that was very banked, will be a +1 inch outside. Fuel maybe also 4 gallons for the qualification will be enough. Wings, 11 at the front, 720 at the rear. We will increase, I think, by 1 degree front and rear wing for the race. Suspension. Let's start with cambers, not touched from the original stock car setup available. Shocks instead were refined with the method used at the Texas Motor Speedway, so 100 internally percent and 50% externally, but a more fine-tuned version is the 50 front right, 40 rear right, 90 rear left, 100 front left. Don't ask me why, I drive more in comfort like this. 27 degrees of wheel lock to me are enough. Gears will be increased or maybe not, we will see with the wings for the race, but for the qualification I will use 5th and 6th mainly, 5th for cornering, 6th for the straights. I don't know if it is the correct behavior, so let's keep in mind the 177. Okay, just 2 laps of warm-up and here we are, green flag. Ooh, 177 immediately. Really? Paul? Wow. And 178 the second tentative. My goodness. This was not expected. Well, beating Kenny Brack, Tony Stewart and Buddy Lazier and Billy Bolt, that maybe if I'm not wrong was the original pole sitter. Wow, very wow. So let's prepare at the maximum level the race, because we have first of all the 3rd pole position, 4th pole position in the poor career of iKeysRacing in US, maybe. And what else? Maybe a bit of advantage over the others. I like it. We go to the warm-up, to the garage. We load again iKeysRacing, but modifications are tires compound will become hard. I don't want to risk to, well, maybe we can just maybe we can just keep medium at the rear and hard at the front, given that I bring a lot of speed into cornering. Let's try. Fuel, the maximum 40 gallons, 35 originally in IRL, so if I'm not wrong, 40 is the game. Wings, I'm almost let's do 1 degree, a bit less of speed, but I don't want to risk to cook the engine, and maybe we can keep gears as they are, and that's it. Yeah, let's do this. Save it. So this is the figure. Let's go on track and let's hope to do a good job. Fine. So starting the pace lap. Good. So starting the pace lap will be very short, as well as the race. Just 200 laps will be, I think, 1 hour and 15 minutes, sorry. And obviously I will cut down dead moments. For the start I would keep an eye on tires temperatures, as always. Tires are the only part attached to the asphalt. They are the most important element of your car. So ready. Let's try to run away. very understeering. Immediately Tony touched. There's a crash. Yellow flag. Yes, yellow flag. I'm sorry because I've been touched by Tony Stewart. That is anyway P3. Not really. No, second is Billy Boat. And okay, Tony Stewart P3. So all the others tried to avoid him, so he's still in P3, and because he's still the leader of the championship, I didn't want to screw up his race and classification current ranking, but knowing Tony now, he will be quite upset with me, rightly I would say, but I was surprised by the lack of maneuverability, my English, with the car, that with the fuel loaded up to 40 gallons is absolutely a truck more than a IndyCar vehicle type. And so the only thing I would do is maybe play a bit with anti-roll bars, reducing one notch the front and increasing one notch the rear, so the car should be not slippery with the rear but a bit more reactive, and we will play with it as soon as we can. The other thing I wanted to say to you is that I've discovered that with Trustmaster, Logitech and so on, you can customize buttons to have different functions. So as soon as I will have a bit of time, I want to transfer the anti-roll bar usage here on the steering wheel, and the brake bias here, like we do usually with what is GTR2 or Power and Glory and GT Legends, because I think that integrating everything will be, if not more real, because back then they had a manual control of anti-roll bars, at least to have everything into the mounted buttons available is a bit better. So with a condition of us still in the lead, luckily, Billy Boat, Tony Stewart, Scott Goodyear, Scott Sharp, the first 5 drivers. Let's go to see Eliseo Salazar, where is 18th. Okay, ready? Yes, definitely. Let's play a bit more with anti-roll bars. Maybe it will be just a matter of warming up tires properly. Or reducing at least the load of fuel, but my goodness. And no, playing too much with anti-roll bars, rally style. Let's go back to the original position. But how forgiving is this way to intend the car setup compared to the past, where I usually did spin every time. So let's stay with the mid positions for both anti-roll bars. No, the car will not turn easily like in qualifying. An early lead already lost. It's a P9. So I'm quick while entering corners but slow while exiting. And especially if I choose a non-internal line, it's a mess. Oops. Okay, we succeeded P8. Tires are okay now. And below 35 gallons the car is a bit more drivable, honestly. Visually, because there isn't force feedback with the communication of this game with the steering wheel. It's just turning, accelerating and braking. First overlapped cars, let's be patient. Already 8 seconds from the leader. And to not upset the car, I must insert the 5th gear later. Like this. Okay, P7, can he break past? Original winner of the season. Ooh, using the overlapped Marco Greco. Very slow for a P6. Now let's catch Greg Ray possibly. Quick look to tires temperatures. Let's see, with the driving style it is quite different from the Qualy. But now with 25 gallons, let's try to drive like in qualification if possible. No, it's not possible. Too heavy the car. Loses the front end almost immediately. No, I cannot force the entrance like in Qualy. Not with this waked loaded of fuel. So I've lost a bit my momentum heading qualification, unluckily. Well, for turn 1, sorry. Corner 2 does absorb the same style. Here I have to brake. Oops, touched the 97. Anything to repair? Not, luckily. Yes, definitely. Braking for the first corner slightly, lifting just for the second. 6 seconds from the leaders. If a consequence of this updated driving style, I don't know. Let's take calm a second here. Maybe we just gained because this group of overlapped cars was in the middle of everything. Don't touch me. Oh, yellow flags. So I must stay behind this, but I've touched Scott Goodyear. No, I've maybe touched Scott Goodyear. Sorry, I fear I've touched the yellow car, the Pennzoil, and maybe we may refuel. Why not? We will lose less time doing it now. I mean, we can lose some positions and maybe give back the position to Scott Goodyear, but who cares? We may take the advantage of then staying out on track when the others, sorry for the hiccup, when the others will stop. Maybe. We are anyway P11 classified, so not bad at all. I didn't check the fuel the tire consumption, the tires wearing. Maybe it was okay. Sorry for causing Scott Goodyear. Yes, the number 4 yellow Pennzoil car is, for what I remember, is Scott Goodyear. Sorry for touching him. How many laps? Okay, we did the 20% of the race. With we had 22 gallons, so let's assume that every gallon is 1% of the race. 40, 80, no, sorry, we did 40 laps with more or less with 22 gallons, 20 gallons, so every gallon is the 2% of the race. So we may need 40 gallons for 80 laps, another 40 gallons for 80 laps, we go to 160, and then 20 gallons for the 200. So maybe it's a two pit stop race with the last later to be done. Trapped by overlapped cars. I don't know. I'm checking tires temperatures. Let's be quiet. Tires should be okay from now onwards. There's another crash. Who is? But no yellow flags. So he continued. Ooh, down to P14, 9 seconds from the leaders. Yes, definitely. At least I can approach braking the first corner and lifting in the second. Good to know, even at full load of fuel. I passed by Robbie Answer. Hey man, you are overlapped. I'm full of fuel, we can explode together. Okay. And I forgot to say that the brake balance on the B horizontal rectangle in gray top right corner of the dashboard, the LCD screen, is completely devoted to the front end to not upset the rear while braking and cornering. Let's calm down. Yes, definitely I slightly brake until the apex, then I can give a bit more steering angle and accelerate full. Now, given that we are losing time behind these two guys overlapped and Robbie Answer is not keen to pass them, we have to invent something. Don't upset the car, Marco. Who are these two? Leaders or overlapped cars? My goodness, what a pain in the neck. Oh, thank you for closing the line. Your mother does the oldest job of the world, whoever you are, virtually, obviously. I blame the AI, not the original driver. And this is not Buzz Hawkins in front. So it's another overlapped driver with the mother doing the oldest job of the world. So with that they paid the racing training and the racing school to this marmot. Okay, a bit of free space. I will shut up until I reach another group, hopefully. 21.8 seconds, far from the leaders. So all the group was blocked by those idiots. And I fear, because we run at 21-22 seconds per lap, that the black-red car was the leader. So Scott Sharp and now we are one lap down, but we can follow the draft and the race of the leader. So I was not so quick as I thought. So no win possible today, honestly. Unless they will stop under green condition, that may happen. In a couple of laps, because if I have 20 gallons now, and I've been one of the few to stop, if it is so, they should be all close to stop. Now, a couple of laps. Under yellow condition, sorry, green condition. Go Tony. Go Billy. Oof. I can't believe it. Who was that idiot? Robbie Answer. This is not repairable. This is not repairable. How many laps? 79. Oh, my last did not finish was so far away. I want to see the replay. Yes, press ask. Okay, let's see the other mother. Yes, they are stopping. Maybe it was a matter of one lap or two before regaining. What a pity. I think it was a matter of 5 laps maximum. Fuck. To actually, well, not all were pitting. No, so maybe they stopped during yellow flags before. Maybe yes. I hate this. I hate this. I succeeded on finishing many races, but this one is gone. And also the other Riley and Scott with Eliseo Salazar retired for a half shaft. Okay, nothing we can do apart from saving, resume, accelerate the time, and leave it. Ah no, I wanted to see the replay. Sorry. Is now is now available. It's a pity that Indycar Racing 2 does not record all the race like GTR2 or Factor or Automobilista. I mean, does record a lot. This is the moment where I was free to run. We should be close. Okay. Because I want to see if was my old mistake of placing myself in a bad position. Ah no, I was with Robbie Answer, yes. Was with Robbie Answer that we were racing. So here I am closing the line and he is enlarging the line. you wanna bet? I mean, look the black car where is, and look where Robbie Answer is. Robbie is following the line of the yellow and red car. Yes. No, okay. By this point he was... yes, he was not cornering, to be fair. If you see the black and the yellow-red car, they are cornering with the car already oriented on the left. Instead, Robbie maybe was a bit understeering here. And I was in the middle, I didn't leave enough space. And generally also for the sportive rule books, when you are behind, you have more the control of the things. And so this is an innocent touch between the two cars. Robbie had the... well, there is a... look at the movement. Up to a certain point is cornering, then becomes like this for a moment. Look. I mean the yellow-blue car of Robbie Answer. Here. But maybe just my guessing. Let's see here. Now would be interesting, sorry, to see the view from here. Wait a second. Let's change the camera to the rear. Here we are. So me stupid to lose the line. My mistake. Here. When I re-enter, okay, so maybe the black car, that is gray, may have a better view. Let's see. Because he was also overlapping us. Was one of the leader. So here, yeah, let me say, Robbie Answer couldn't have... no, was pure racing. I don't understand. Whatever. I think it's a racing incident with the aggravation of my stupidity. Because at this point I should have left a bit of space, close the corner and not be in a rush. But I didn't. So that's it. Fine, so let's go to standings and resume the race. See you at lap 200 or close to that. Okay, close to the last 10 laps, we have Billy Bott in the leading position with 2 seconds over Stewart and Ray. I think that without issues he will win easily. And Scott Sharp, Goodyear, Kenny Brack, okay, 4th, 5th, 6th, up to P12 with Ari Landek, Colkins coming up, Dismore, Schmidt, Hamilton, Robbie Answer. Okay, Robbie Answer is 7th, closed 7th, without screwing up my race with an idiot mistake. We could have been more or less around the top 7, top 8 position, because we were running with Robbie Answer. So I was also checking offline before the race was finished. That was our first pole position here in this season. The previous and only one was at the Walt Disney venue in the season 96-97. So at least we grabbed 1 point for the pole. But really disappointed by myself, because I have repeated anyway a not forgivable mistake, that is not leaving enough space, especially was not even half of the race elapsed. So really was a matter to lose half a second there and still racing. I mean. So unluckily I did not finish. That was not happening since Indianapolis 98 season. but happened very often in the first episodes. And nothing, I would say I did a step backward, because today we had the speed during qualification. We had anyway a car drivable decently for the race, and to finally steal here and there some points. Let's be optimistic, we would have been P7 instead of Robbie Answer, but unluckily I did destroy everything. So this is the deserved image. And what else? We can save the standings. No, we can read the classification, sorry. So Billy Bott, Greg Ray, Tony Stewart, Scott Sharp, Scott Goodyear, but just the first 4 cars in the leading lap. So will score points also Scott Goodyear, Breck, Answer, Hamilton, Schmidt, Dismore, Colkins, Lyondike. So yes, just 1 point for the pole position. Who got more? Billy Bott, 20 for the victory, 21 for leading most laps. No, maybe Greg Ray. I forgot to check. Yes, Billy Bott, 20 plus 1, led 90 laps. The others are as they are. So we lose 1 position from P8 to P9. We have been equalized by Eddie Cheever. At this point, I would say, despite having 1 pole position, just like Stewart and Bott within the 98th season, impossible to win the championship after this did not finish. I was not even thinking to win it, but I wanted to place myself in the relevant positions. And what else? Nothing. The appointment will be to Dover Downs. I don't know the track, maybe it was new also for the season, and we'll split into the season. After that race we will be in the second half, so still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races to possibly do something decent, hopefully. So thank you very much for watching also this at this point short episode, unluckily, sorry. And I do hope to do much better in the future. If you don't mind, I kindly ask you to help me to choose which will be, in the community page of iKeysRacing, the choice for the next cars. Some polls are still open, but following this Indycar Racing 2, I will record the WEC appointment, and so it will be with the result of the first poll ever published on iKeysRacing community. But after that we will have another poll for the WEC, because we are going back to race a GT car, but in the following next appointment will be an LMP2 car. So thank you very much for watching this disastrous episode, more closer to my old habits, unluckily. And so we'll have to, at the end, prepare a mind setup that is unique for Indycar Racing 2, that is not forgiving like many other games. I mean, Indycar Racing 2 is particularly not forgiving compared to many other racing games. And so that's it. Thank you very much anyway. Merci beaucoup. Dankeschön. Arigato. Obrigado y muchas gracias. Grazie. We will see each other again on iKeysRacing channel very soon. In the meantime, best wishes to you all and your beloved. Stay into keen racing and stay very well. See you very soon. Ciao. Grazie. Bye bye. Ciao.